In recent news, the Zoil drama has continued to divide the streaming community, but now Poke has entered the conversation with some of his strongest criticism yet, this time aimed directly at NMP. Now for anyone that has missed out on the full drama with Zoil and NMP, I'd recommend that you watch my other video to get up to date. Now in the latest, while speaking on stream, Poke accused NMP of unfairly singling out Zoil, arguing that he publicly criticised him in front of thousands of viewers, while choosing not to call out other creators involved in a similar situation. Here's the clip.
It's like, no, I talk shit about you because you brought down Zoil on your stream in front of thousands and farmed Zoil when you don't bring up anyone else. You pick and choose who you talk shit about. You defend the worst people ever. And also, he said something about me being in a dark room, depressed and shit. But like, at least I don't have any divorce. I never had to go to court for my, you know, I never got sued by my loved one. I have amazing, like I have a house. I can do whatever I want and play games. I can do what I do on stream that he wishes he can do, but he can't because he knows people won't watch. So these motherfuckers try to f with me, man. They hate me, man. That guy thought I was talking shit for no reason. The guy talked to Zoil. That pissed me off. If he's talking shit about my stream, I don't think anyone like watches NMP and is like, wow, Poke's the shit. I feel like most people who watch NMP watch him because he's dog shit. I'm sorry for dog shit. Like they watch him because he's a bad person, and that's like entertaining. Like when I watch NMP, it's like, wow, what a strange human. He always cares about view count. He's such a strange human, and that's entertaining. Congratulations.
After Pokelol called him out over the Zoil drama, NMP has now fired back. Responding on stream, NMP said Pokelol constantly inserts himself into situations that have nothing to do with him and claimed he's been living rent-free in Poke's head.
People just have resentment, bro. We'll use Poke as an example. He's just hated, you know, me just for the longest time. Ever since Milena didn't invite him to my birthday, you know, he was just been mad, just sitting there angry the entire time, you know, and then it's just the way that it goes, man. I don't even talk about the guy. I don't do shit to the guy. I don't even think about the guy, but I've been just living rent-free in his head this entire time. I don't care. You know, if you want some advice, Poke, focus on yourself, man.
It's interesting to me because I know these people.
Listen to this.
I think that really, for Poke, like, he can be a funny guy. I remember in OTK, I always never wanted to bring him to events, and I didn't want people to collaborate with him because I thought he was a snake that would always, like, backstab people. And it's like, so why give this person any level of attention or any level of clout when you know that it's just a matter of time that he's going to use it against you? And I told everybody that, like, if he cannot be a snake for 2 years, I'd be willing to collaborate with him and hang out with him. And every single time, that 2 years always got reset. Every single time. And again, that's the reason why, as far as I know, he doesn't have any long-term friends that hang out with him or collaborate with him or anything like that.
And the only reason I say that, and I'm just gonna say this clear, send this to Poke, stop blaming me. Milena didn't invite you to my party, and you heard what Asmon just said. Stop blaming me.
The response was divided, with many feeling the two creators have moved far beyond the original Zoil discussion. Some viewers sided with NMP, saying Pokelol has a habit of inserting himself into drama that doesn't directly involve him and keeping old grudges alive whenever NMP is mentioned. Others disagreed, arguing NMP's claim that he never talks about Pokelol doesn't line up with previous instances where he has brought him up on stream or podcasts, saying that's why they weren't convinced by his response. A number of commenters took a more neutral stance, saying the discussion may have valid points, but criticised how personal it's become, describing it as a case of the right message from the wrong messenger. Others said while Pokelol has flaws and isn't universally liked, they don't think that automatically dismisses every criticism he makes, arguing people should separate the argument itself from who it's coming from. Overall, the community remained split, with the debate shifting away from Zoil and toward whether NMP or Pokelol has been more consistent throughout the ongoing feud.
The ongoing drama between NMP and Zoil has sparked plenty of debate, and now xQc has weighed in on his own perspective. While reacting to the situation on stream, xQc said that he understood why Zoil might not want to immediately address everything publicly, arguing that after making an embarrassing mistake, some people simply take time to process it before explaining themselves. Here's xQc's take in the following.
Let me tell you how it works, okay, Nick? And I don't need to be rude about this, okay? It's just the fact that this clip is a little bit embarrassing, okay? As a man, okay, when you do something that's a little bit embarrassing, it needs a couple days to cool off for you to internalize that. And when some other guy goes in and says, yo, what is this? You don't want to explain it. Sometimes you don't want to explain your mistakes. You don't want to explain your embarrassing moments. When you're embarrassed, chat, guys, it's annoying. You don't want to explain. You don't want to, especially when some guy says, yo, what about this moment, whatever. You don't want to explain it, okay? And I'm going to say something to chat that's very much against Nick on this. No, I have always been against this. trying to deal with something in private. Guys, I'm DMing you to deal with this off stream, but if you don't respond, I'm gonna you over in public. Dude, don't do that. That's such a big no-no. That's one of my big in all my no-nos. That's my biggest no-no. It's a low blow. It's honestly yeah, it's not good. Because usually what happens then when there's a big problem in public, okay, people want to respond, people want to whatever. It looks like you want to care more if you deal with it in private. A lot of these dramas, okay, I deal with it in private. I don't talk about war dramas, but I've actually dealt with the people in private and I DM them, whatever, right? And that's good. Oh, okay, or deal with it in private and it's cool. But if you use that as a way to get more out of them and to have a better clip and to expose more, well, that's kind of awful.
Viewers to subscribe.
So okay, so wrong then. Okay, then Nick is wrong then. Nick talked about it in a weird way in his Discord. Then Nick is wrong then.
I didn't do that. You did that. But I'm the bum. How am I supposed to know?
In my opinion, chat, it's all about being open or not about what's going on. And I gotta be honest with you, chat. Bots is a way to artificially inflate hype, and I think self-gifting subs is an artificial way to increase like ongoings and whatever to stimulate it, and I think that's also wrong. I don't give a what anybody says.
The reaction was split, with many pointing out that xQc's full opinion was more balanced than short clips initially suggested. One user noted that after hearing the full context, xQc actually ended up agreeing with NMP that gifting yourself subscriptions is comparable to artificially inflating your own numbers, saying people should watch the entire clip before jumping to conclusions. Others pushed back against xQc's comments about keeping things private, arguing Nick had already tried handling the situation behind the scenes before it became public, so they felt public criticism was justified once private discussions failed. Some viewers also felt creators accused of misleading practices shouldn't be protected by staying silent, believing public accountability is necessary when platforms or companies fail to act. Meanwhile, others appreciated xQc's more measured take, saying it's possible to criticize the self-gifting, while also believing public call-outs shouldn't always be the first option. Dolores Harris checks out the competition.
What the f***? Is that a Minotaur version of me holding an arcade stick? Is that a Shang Tsung conjuring up a giant sausage?
Agent fell while trying to kick a soccer ball and almost broke his back at the streamer games.
That's not gonna be possible.